Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. So, in the last episode, we built this little power plant here for natural gas, and we plumbed in one of the thermal gas fissures from down in the abyss down here. And what I want to do for the start of this episode is I want to possibly expand out the number of generators, but definitely hook up all of our thermal gas fissures. So we're going to have to run quite a bit of pipe all the way up through here to this area. And I want to expand out the cooling loop of our industrial zone here to encapsulate the natural gas generators, just so we can be ready for when they do need to be turned on. And for once we finish this, then what I want to do is I want to try to design and build a sequine ranch. These can be milked for ovaline, and then that ovaline can be, I guess, gleaned and turned into caviar. And caviar is essentially an edible to food, and it just gives it +2 quality. And the main reason we need it is because we need it for the hold on autosave. Okay, we need it for the unknown duplicate here, who I know there's no liquid. We'll put some liquid around them, but they required caviar, so we need that for them. But first, we fix up the we hook up these pipes, and already looking ahead, there's a lot of very small things that I want to do. So I think the episode after this one, I'm going to just do a cleanup episode. There's a lot of mess everywhere, just from building and different things we've done. And I want to organize essentially. So do a little bit of tidying because there's a bit of mess everywhere. But for this episode, we're gonna finish the projects we started. Absolutely nothing we have here. We're gonna reject all those, and let's get started building some pipe. I caught it just before it turned off. Here's the first moment our little power block has turned on. It just turned on like 2 seconds ago. See all of them running, and it's already off. The smart battery managed is done, and it looks like the peak load is now able to be handled by our steam turbines and just tidal turbines. So, yep, it did what it needed to and worked well. You can see the amount of carbon dioxide down here. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with all the carbon dioxide. This will produce a lot, and the polluted water. Although, I think we have an idea of what to do with the polluted water. And just trying to figure out how I want to combine these. I can either build this for peak power, or like as just like a once off, it happens every like once a cycle or twice a cycle it turns on, or I can do it where I assume that these natural gas generators are going to be running full stop constantly. If I do the like min, where it's like I assume that it turns on once or twice, I could theoretically run this. I could theoretically run like 60 of these natural gas generators, because I would be building off of the amount of natural gas that can be supplied at one time in a pipe, which is 1,000 grams per second, and these consume just under 100. So I could run 10 of these off of one natural gas pipe from a like buffer, like a gas reservoir like this, and I could have 60 of these generators. That seems extremely overkill to me, and that's why I'm not doing that. Where on the flip side, if I assume that these generators are running constantly, so like we're always needing the power that they can provide, which obviously you saw how fast, quick save, you saw how fast that battery filled up. We clearly do not need them to be running constantly. At least yet we don't. Also, there's nothing on in the industrial block, so it kind of depends. But if we build it for that, then we can have just over 5 of these. The 6th one will turn on and off, because each of these natural gas vents, they produce, oh, this needs diamond. I guess no one's come along to build up. Not like I'm out of diamond. It's just they're busy. But when these produce, I believe, 90 grams per second. Are they all blocked? There, this one's on right now. That's strange. People should be getting around to delivering those diamonds. Huh. They must be really busy right now. I need more dupes. Anyways, that's a side tangent. This produces 83.3. Each power generator you consumes 90 grams. And so with 6 of these fissures, which is what I have on this map, I can run just over 5 natural gas generators, pretty much full stop constantly. So I think I'm gonna go for like a middle ground. Maybe I'll build one more floor to this, and that'll be a lot of kilowatts. 800 times 10, so it'll be 8 kilowatts that this will produce at one time, which, as you can see, is more than we even use right now on the entire grid. I just need to figure out some way to combine all of these natural gas pipes so that they all merge together and go into a proper buffer gas reservoir, which wouldn't be too difficult, but that's what I'm going to do right now. Now, just why? What was more beneficial to stand on this side of the rubber than this side when you were building it, Stinky? It's always you, Stinky, too. Like, come on, really? Travaldo never does this. It's always just you. Just annoying. I guess I'll dig like this, maybe, and just fall down. Don't step up there, I swear to God. Stinky. Break that one. Right under your feet. Nice, okay. Now, Stinky will just dig themselves out of here, and we will continue on. Alright, I finished this little power plant here. I sealed it in a nice little box. I guess that pip... Oh, good. Walk out. Yeah, like just like that. Sealed it in this little box, and I just hooked up the cooling loop, which is currently snaking through. We're going to disconnect that. Hopefully I have enough for my buffer. I filled it up a little bit more. Yeah, I've got plenty. And should have plenty. We'll check. So this will keep nice and chilly in here. And, I mean, it's not turned on once more since that last clip. And the last little bit of natural gas should be coming in from way down here. Basically, what I did is I just combined every 2 of them into one, like, set of 5. Seems like a decent compromise here. And I'm not too worried about power anyways. Like, this is so overkill for what we need. It's not going to matter. And I'm currently working on the research for bracking flow, which is what we need for the to make the, what are these guys called? Sequines? Sequines ranches. So we're going to work on getting that. And in the meantime, while I wait for that research, you can see how bad decor is in here. That's part of why I don't want dupes going in here, but decor everywhere is really bad because I carry a bunch of really bad heavy watt wire. I'm extremely tempted to switch out that heavy watt wire for the conductive version, but it's just so much more expensive because it requires refined metals rather than metal ore. We'll see. I might work on doing some minor base touch-ups here and there while we wait for that research, and I wait for the ability to do the ranching for the sequines. All right, so the research finally completed, and as you can see, while it was on its way to completing, I put in this. It's a bit of a non-standard look of a ranch, but since it's all going to be underwater and my dupes can swim, I'm not too worried about it. It is 96 tiles, the max for a ranch, and at 96 tiles, I think we can fit like 12 sequines in here. We're gonna do similar to what we did in the Slogo ranches up here, and we're gonna have the automated auto sweepers down here that will pick up all the eggs, and they're gonna be just dropped into this. I guess not really a ranch, but it's gonna be another pool of water right next door. That way we won't have overcrowding and everything, and they won't get unhappy. Now, I've not actually looked at the um, stuff for this. I've never so I because I just unlocked it. This is the gleaner. This is what we're gonna pump the ovaline into. Um, and then this over here. This is what we need: the aquatic milking station. There's the regular milking station, but the aquatic one. Um, and this it just has a liquid output, so we'll just pump it up to a gleaner, probably up here. And yeah, looks pretty simple. We'll just have the aquatic grooming station in here, the milking, and up here at the top, we're going to put in the fish pickup and fish release, since I'm pretty sure these count as fish, considering they swim. Let's see. Yeah. And we'll just do some automation to make sure that they pick up the amount they need and they only restock when we need more than how many can fit in here. And then for liquid, they don't really care what liquid. They just need it to be between 0 and 60 degrees. Um, so I might just pump the polluted water in here. We're not going to be using these guys for meat, and I don't think the ovoline can get infected. So, and the main reason is we've got a bunch of polluted water right there, and so it's just like, why not just build a little pipe over this way and dump it in here? So that's actually what I think I'm going to do for both tanks, and we'll set up getting the tank ready. All right, we finally finished filling up the tank here, and let's see, did this ran out of water. I'm gonna disconnect this. And as you can see, we're slowly delivering the first sequines in here. We have the aquatic grooming station, the aquatic milking, and then this automatically picks up any eggs and dumps them into the room next over. They do eat pearl, which we have clampums in here, which are producing, I think, enough because these guys eat 3,000, so just about they eat 3 kgs, and these produce roughly 6 kgs. Yeah, 6 kgs per cycle. So we should be able to support. I think based off of if we have all of these actually working. This one's a little bit, but if we had all of these working, we'd be able to support the 12 sequines that we would have maximally in here. Um, I don't know how the um like aquatic milking. I don't know how that works. Oh, when reproduction reaches 75%. Okay. So, um, you will see. This one, nope. Yeah, once they reach that level, then we'll get some more of them in here, and we'll get the milking, and we can start producing ovoline. Um, I think this is just something that we're now gonna just leave basically to run in the background. How did brine get in? That's weird. Um, I guess it's killing off the germs. That's nice. um, there are a lot of germs. I may have tried to put some enriched uranium in here to do something, but I forgot that it doesn't to build it as an object. But yeah, so we have our Seaquine Ranch, and I'm pretty happy with this. We'll have to test it over a longer period of time to see how it works, but um, it's good. I have the space right next door if I want to build in a second one. I don't know how many of these that I need, but I can if I need to. And I think for now that this is where I'm going to leave this episode. I could always put an ore hole in here too, or something like that, because it'd be nice to get these guys ranched as well. Um, but I think this is where I'm going to leave this episode for today. We managed to get this range done, and we also built this massive power block, just in case. Which has this turned on ever in the last 5 cycles? 1%. Hey, that's all that really matters. And so, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Um, Next episode, I think, is going to be a cleaning episode. We have a lot of stuff on the map that needs cleaning up, and I think that's what we're going to do. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time.